Mike? Do you know who Mike Pence is? American hero
Yeah,
Mike Pence.
he wanted them to hang Mike Pence.
Well, what was Trump asking Mike Pence to do? What do you think? What do you think of Trump in his first term trying to ban all the Muslims from entering the country?
Well, I don't think it was that. I'm gonna put you on. Okay, so obviously, like Andrew Tate is like stupid and
And a sex trafficker,
well,
but yes.
yeah.
like
I fuck with no tax on tips.
I think that'll help like 2% of low-income people. But like there are so many better ways to just decrease taxes on low-income people or just give them more government transfers. If you want to see more content like this, I would really appreciate you liking and subscribing. It really helps with the algorithm. And make sure to check out the Discord and other social links in the description.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Wait, let me see if I just finished with class. Well, not like all class, just one of them.
Yeah. Where do you go? Are you...
I go to NC State.
Nerd.
You said what?
I said nerd.
Nerd? But
Yeah. Owned.
there you go. Wait, too much. All right. You ready to teach me about politics?
What do you want to know? I don't...
Like, I don't know.
Right. Nice one, bro. I don't know. I mean, I follow politics to some extent. I can't tell you every new thing that's happened, but...
All right, but like, tell me about. All right, so can you tell me what like the difference even is between like what's the main thing between a Democrat and a Republican? Like, what are the like main policies that separate? Like so I can see which one I want to be.
Right.
And don't be biased. Like be straight up with each one. Like what?
So...
Like
Yeah, it is a little hard because this is gonna sound like I'm biased, but Republicans, some Republicans are absolutely insane. Like within the Republican Party, it's hard for them, even though they have a majority, to pick a Speaker of the House because there's so many internal divisions among Republicans these days. But like most Republicans are generally... God, it's so... Okay, I want to say most Republicans are, like, usually, like, anti-government expansion.
Okay.
Like, generally, Republicans are going to be less supportive of, like, a lot of welfare programs, right? Like, they don't, they're like, oh, you know, food stamps is too big. Some of them will even... Actually, I don't know how many oppose Medicare. But some of them... if they don't say this openly, do probably want to either privatize or downscale Medicare. On the state level, Republicans don't never expand Medicare, which is like or Medicaid, which is like it's health insurance for poor people, basically. Whereas usually Democrats are in favor of expanding it. Like free school lunch is a good example where like basically all Republicans are against it. And basically most Democrats are for it, is my understanding. The reason why it's hard though is like, since Trump, a lot of Republicans are sort of selective when they are like anti-government expansion because it like a lot of what Trump did was in a way like well, I'm not gonna admit, a lot of what Trump did was essentially authoritarian. Like Trump was directing his DOJ to send out like a fake letter to states saying that there was election fraud when they had not, when they found like no evidence of election fraud. And like Trump did both parties will like claim to be fiscally responsible. Neither are really that fiscally responsible. Like you know, Democrats want to spend a bunch of money, but Republicans are like super hardcore in favor of like tax cuts. Now Trump wants to do no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security. He wants to decrease their corporate tax to like 15%.
I fuck with no tax on tips. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how it already is, no? Oh, well, that's only, like, cash tips. Like, are we talking about for, like, waiters and stuff?
Trump's plan didn't specify that, but any plan that would get through Congress would have to specify only for waiters, because otherwise we'd end up in a situation where like doctors were taking tips, and you don't want to have that.
Yeah, that makes sense. No tax on tips, because like, I mean, that's not even really like a. I get that that's I don't know. It's not really part. Obviously, that's how they make their money, but that's not like their wage. You know, that's just like what people are giving them for their
Well, I think
service.
I mean, in America, the issue is like tipping is technically voluntary, but like in effect, I don't think it is voluntary. I think it's just not a. First of all, I think it's just not a good policy to help like low income people. If you wanna, a lot of people who
You don't think that'll help them?
I think that'll help like 2% of low income people. But like there are so many better ways to just decrease taxes on low income people, or just give them more government transfers. Well, I don't see why we would help. First of all, you're helping only tipped workers, which are like 3% of the workforce. And you're helping you're doing these weird things like across state lines, because like California has basically already gotten rid of tipping because they mandate all these restaurants pay like a living wage.
Wait,
So,
they
like,
got rid of.
well, I mean, I think you can still tip, but like a big reason why people tip right now is because waiters only get paid less than minimum wage.
Honestly,
And
I like that, because I mean, I don't know, if I'm on a date or something, like I'm gonna have to like tip more just to like show. Like I'd rather it just be like a specific. I'd rather go in knowing exactly how much I'm gonna pay. You know, like
Right.
I don't really like. Obvious, I do tip, but like I'd rather not have to
Yeah, I
like
mean,
worry.
I don't. Well, that's another thing is I think we should probably be moving away from tipping. But just to finish off that point, like, so basically you're telling like a service worker in California, fuck you, you're not getting tips, so you're still getting taxed. But like a service worker in North Carolina who is still getting tips, well, they don't have to pay taxes on that now. So that's like, that seems a little unfair. So you're only helping like 3% of the low income workforce. A lot of them are actually so low income that they already don't pay taxes, because there's like a standard deduction. Like if you are like in the bottom 20% of Americans, you pay very little in taxes. So you're not even really helping a lot of these people, because they already barely pay anything in taxes. And then yeah, I think we should just be, I don't want to incentivize tipping, because I don't like that a lot of these people rely on tips. I'd prefer they just get paid a living wage.
That makes sense. I don't know, like, but I feel like waiters make too much money, to be honest. Because, I mean, because I used to be a waiter, and you know, I did that shit from when I was 13 till like 16, and the way I was getting paid was different. I was getting paid under the table, and I was low key getting scammed. I was making like $9 an hour, and then I would only get cash tips. So if someone gave like cash, that I would be able to keep that. But I was working like so hard, bro. But I remember my like fellow coworkers that were getting paid the regular way. They would tell me how much they're making. And I'm like, bro, you should not be making that much. I mean, like, it's not even. It's really not that much work, you know. And them
Right.
like, you know, for
Well,
like.
I
I mean,
imagine like they get paid that much because they're tipped, right? Like it's a
Yeah. You only get like the tips you do, like waiters actually make a lot of, like, they're making like, or at least at like a decent restaurant, which I worked at a restaurant in Sun Pines downtown. They're making like $300 a night, like you 300 maybe 350 a night. So that's low-key too much, especially because it's like not even like a full shift. It's like from, what was our shifts? Like they would work from 5 to 10, and they'd go home with three. Like that's too much, bro. Like, you don't. I mean, sure you
so what
deserve.
the market values them at, Adam. Okay,
You said what?
that's what the market values them at. That is their efficient wage. Okay.
Nah, that's too much. As it, like, that's how much. Like, let me think. What is that? 350 divided by 5. Uh, $70 an hour. That's crazy.
I mean, I guess like it makes sense because like presumably they're gonna get quite a bit of money on some like busy nights because there's a bunch of boomers who live here who will tip well. But then I imagine there's a lot of other times where if it's not a busy night, they don't get paid that much. But
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but
yeah.
I guess like I just don't see like if we want to help low income workers, like why not just like help them all by like just giving them all a tax cut or just giving them all some type of transfer.
And that would be like a democratic thing to do.
Typically Democrats are going to be more in support of, for example, the child tax credit, like Kamala Harris when she was running, when she still had a chance. Although, hey, it's January 6th today, she can still not certify. But she was like saying, hey, I'm going to give everyone a $6,000 child tax credit. So like for the first year of your child's life, I'm going to give you $6,000, and then it goes down as the child ages. Trump was somewhat in favor of the child tax credit during his first term. He doubled it from like 1,000 to 2,000. J.D. Vance voted against expanding the child tax credit every single time it was proposed. And then Trump promised he would expand it, but he didn't really say how much. It was kind of just like a offhanded like promise he made. What do you think of Trump in his first term trying to ban all the Muslims from entering the country?
Well, I don't think it was that. Yeah, I mean, America just doesn't like Muslims. It's not just Trump. It's both parties didn't like Muslims. Both parties, like we're in war with Muslims. Like, so I mean,
where are we at war with Muslims right now? I guess we fund Israel.
I don't think he knows what he said either.
I don't know. When Biden was in term, he was like,
oh, the Houthis, I guess.
Yeah, like he was like, just like blowing.
Okay, well that wasn't because we didn't like Muslims. That was because they were bombing ships, and they still are bombing ships.
I mean, yeah. So, what I was saying is a much more simplified version of that. But like, yeah, we pretty much we're always in war with Muslims, I guess. But
yeah, but he was trying to ban like specifically Muslims from entering the country. I'm pretty sure he's the only one that has proposed that. I think he's.
I don't think it's that like simple. I don't think he just straight up said let's ban all Muslims.
Basically what he did in his first term.
Wait, could you
I'm pretty sure even the Supreme Court literally said it was illegal because it violated the First Amendment.
So like
he had to water it down.
What did he do specifically? Like what
he banned I think he banned people from like I think it was 7 majority Muslim countries or something from entering the country with an executive order. And I think the Supreme Court then said like, you can't do this. It's very clearly like targeting Muslims. And then he had to pass like a watered down version of it.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. Like I said, I mean, I feel like every president like doesn't fuck with Muslims. It's just America doesn't fuck with Muslims because we kind of like. I mean, it makes sense. I can't say I don't blame them. Like we're like in war. Like we're always doing some fuck shit. But like,
it just seems like a step further than like most of the presidents did, and like at least we have like Biden and
actually back. I mean, banning them compared to like just like bombing a bunch of civilians.
He was doing both of those. He actually was way worse in drone strikes too. He did like we don't even know how many drone strikes Trump did because he changed the rules to make sure that he didn't have to report how many he did. But he probably did way more than Biden.
I don't think he would ever actually like attack. He was a threatening kind of president. He would threaten a lot of countries like, hey, we're just gonna bomb the shit out you. But he never went through with any of it because the countries.
He bombed he bombed the Iranian general. Which, to be clear, I don't know where I sent the Iranian thing because he could have provoked war with Iran. But considering war with Iran didn't happen, that was probably a good thing. There were other like people he bombed too. Like he bombed a ton of people in ISIS. Like.
Oh wait! The general though, didn't they put an $80 million bounty on his head or something like that?
I think I don't know the bounty on his head or whatever, but I think he was when he was a wanted like war criminal like dude. Yeah, like he was not a good dude.
Bro, are you serious? Like,
What? I'm saying like
fucking
you're saying like he threatened to bomb a ton of people but didn't do it, but like he bombed a ton of people. Like he takes credit for bombing people. What do you mean? He says all the time, "I defeated ISIS." Like he bombed a ton of places in Somalia. We don't even know how many he did because he hid how many he did. He said, "I don't want to report how many I did, so I don't have to." Like,
you know. Well, I don't know. I don't really care.
yeah, okay. You don't care if civilians are dying, Adam?
I don't know.
Based, okay.
Bro, I mean, like, I really do care, but what I meant to say is, there's nothing I can do about it.
You can vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
They would have They would have funded me as well.
Not nearly. I'm looking at a chart right here. Like Trump did 219 airstrikes in Somalia alone. Biden did 51, and Biden killed less civilians, obviously. But like,
Well, Trump isn't. Well, I remember when I did a little research. Kamala, or I forgot. Either Kamala plans to fund Israel more, or Kamala and Biden already funded way more to Israel. No, I think plans to and already more than Trump plans to. Like,
well,
Trump
so it wouldn't surprise me if they did fund more than Trump, just because Israel's at war currently, so they probably gave Israel more aid. But I think if Trump was in office, he'd be giving more aid than they are currently giving. And he's going to be in office in 14 days, so I mean, we'll see. But like, Trump has come out before and been like, Trump has literally said you need to kill terrorist families. Like,
yeah, that's like that. That's terrorist.
their families aren't terrorists, though. It's kind of the point.
It's a threat.
Right, but doesn't that kind of? I mean, I would imagine we would think that that means he's probably going to care less about civilian casualties.
Is it wrong to kill terrorist families? 1000%. But it's a threat. You know, like don't be a terrorist. It's like a threat. Don't be a terrorist or we'll bomb your families.
Okay.
So it's a pretty solid threat towards terrorists. It's not like, you know, the point is for there to be less terrorists. So hopefully by making that claim, less terrorists will be terrorists.
I mean,
or less
but you realize he actually did change the rules. Like he loosened the restrictions on drone strikes, and he loosened the restrictions on the like accountability, the transparency of it. Like he reported when he did them less often, and also loosened the relaxed the rules of engagement for them. Like, I don't know, why would I imagine a kid? Like, literally, dude, I get shit in the mail that's like, JD Vance and Trump, the pro-Israel ticket. Just like, what?
Damn. I don't know. Would there have been a president that supported Palestine, or would they all have just supported Israel?
Not anymore. I think Kamala Harris is the most realistic. I mean, Bernie Sanders maybe could have won, but Kamala Harris, I would say, is like the most realistic option that could have won for president. That is the most pro-Palestinian. I don't know if Bernie Sanders ever could have won, but he would be more pro-Palestinian than Kamala Harris.
Kamala was like pushing towards the females too much too. Like, I remember like looking into like one of her interviews, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, it was just like
the abortion thing, like focus groups really, like abortion was like the number one winning thing for Democrats because like people did not like the economy, people did not like the border, so like she focused on abortion a lot. Yeah,
it was just like, bro, I mean, like it was just like, I don't know, it was like too obvious that
she was like calling for a ceasefire, like she was calling Netanyahu,
because there was like a bunch of edits going on at the time, like
she's like on the phone with Netanyahu with Biden, like calling him,
and like it was
Biden who called him an asshole.
Even most girls weren't buying that shit. It's like, I mean, just promote your policies. This is stupid, you know. At least that's how I viewed it. It was like it was more obnoxious, and then anytime I would watch her, it would just give like this is gonna sound like stupid, but it would low key give me the ick.
I mean,
And you cannot tell me I'm wrong. Like it's like it's so blatantly obvious she's trying to put on a front, which I guess as a president, I get it. Like you're trying to, like, but you can make it less obvious.
I don't know what you mean by like put on a put on a front. Like I think all politicians do it to some extent, and I think like I'd rather like a president actually like sound presidential than like be Trump and just incoherently rant all the time. Like Trump rants about
I
nonsense.
know you're not talking about sounding presidential. You would have picked Biden over Trump any day. That guy cannot put a sentence together.
Well, yeah, because Biden's brain is melting, but he at least like tries to sound presidential. He's messed up because his brain is.
You cannot. Are you serious?
But do you think Biden doesn't try to sound presidential?
Bruh, yes, I think he tries, but like he doesn't is the point.
Well, he does. Well, yeah, because his brain is melting. But I'd rather.
Yeah.
I mean, there are obviously other reasons why I wanted Biden over Trump, but like.
Well, you just brought up the point of sounding presidential. That's why I brought up mine.
Well, sure. I mean, it's just
Obama was great.
Yeah, Obama was. You ever seen the mashup?
Like the way he presented himself was great.
Yeah, that's why he was very charismatic.
I don't like the Indian guy, the Indian Republican. I know
Vivek.
you know.
Yeah, you don't like Indians? What the hell, Adam? What?
Nah, I can tell he's putting up a front too.
Yeah, Vivek does definitely do that. Vivek is a crypto bro, but like you don't I mean I don't think Trump puts up a front. I think Trump is just kind of like openly like an idiot. Like Trump like like there's a good mashup of Obama giving a speech after we killed bin Laden versus Trump giving a speech after we killed a guy in ISIS, al-Baghdadi. And like Obama comes out, gives like a 9-minute well-written speech, and then like Trump comes out, gives a 40-minute rant saying they didn't go through the front door. If you're a normal person, that you go knock knock, let me in, but they didn't go through the front door. He said like our servicemen did a lot of shooting. Like he's just like openly like a 40-minute like rant where he sounds like an idiot the whole time.
Yeah, well, there's this comedian. I'm looking him up right now. I'm trying to remember his name, but he kind of made it like. By the way, I literally debate the opposite of anyone. Like my mom is more in favor of Trump, and I'll literally debate her on why Kamala would be a better president. So like I just put up like I don't know if you realize like I don't have a political stance. I just start making points against whatever someone says.
Just like Destiny, yeah. Contrarian.
So I don't really like now it sounds like I'm a Republican, but if you were giving me a bunch of reasons why to be a Republican, I would start giving like reasons why I fuck with Kamala, like if that makes any sense. Anyways, look up Shane Gillis.
I know who Shane Gillis is, yeah.
Do you remember his one like when he was talking about like Trump and why people fuck with Trump?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that was a pretty good like understand like it makes sense like like that would be if
I mean, I agree. Like a lot of people fuck with Trump because he does that. I just don't think it's a good thing that he does that. Like a lot of people also fuck with Trump because he supports tariffs, and people don't understand what a tariff is. But I doesn't really change the fact that I don't think tariffs are good. Like,
yeah, it sucks because I could never run for president. Like they just wouldn't let a brown man like myself, like a fine young brown man, run for president.
Real.
Huh?
I don't know if that's true. I mean, I feel like if you
if I had someone like Trump going up against me, like someone that talked like, dude, there's just no like he's literally gonna like start being like, are you serious right now? He's dead ass gonna start saying like I'm for the other side, and people will believe it.
I mean, I think voters just vote on vibes, okay? Mainly about the economy and stuff. I don't think they I don't know how much thought they put into someone being brown or not.
Well, they put a lot of vote into them being a woman.
I don't
A lot
know.
of stuff.
I don't know.
They
I think,
definitely do. A lot of voters probably voted for Trump specifically because they didn't want a woman as president.
I don't know how many people are still that anti-woman. I think a lot of them. Well, I think a lot of people aren't opposed to voting for a woman, but are kind of looking for a reason not to, and they find that reason. But
So I've met a lot of people that are blatantly obvious about it. They just don't think a woman is as leadership material as a man.
I mean,
And as much as you wouldn't want to agree with that because you know it's misogynistic and you want to get pussy and you know you're trying to let the liberal girl you're trying to tap the liberal girl so you can't say it. But
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real here. A man is more leadership material than a girl, like an average guy, and I'm not afraid to say that.
I don't even know. I wouldn't agree on leadership. I think there's.
Bro, she's not gonna let you hit, bro. Let's just be
Well,
real.
hold on. Let me be my misogynistic person, right? Like, I think there's a reason, like, women are, like, biologically tuned to a lot of, like, caretaker professions. Like, that's why they're nurses more often. That's why they're teachers more often. But I don't even know if leadership is, like, one of those things. I don't know. I feel like women.
It's just how it's been. It's just how we're. I feel like literally biologically, like it's just how it goes. And it's like
I don't know. I don't know if I would say that's true for leadership things. I mean, there's plenty of female leaders we can look at. I don't know, like.
But where does it compare to the male leaders?
Compare how so? Like, I mean, there had been more male leaders.
Numbers, accomplishments, like you can name something like a female leader has done. I can name, and obviously that's also because like, you know, there's a system set. But
I mean, I was just about to say like we, like women weren't allowed to be leaders throughout most of history. So,
but also it's just like in presentation, like when you I don't know. There's not really an argument I can say without sounding like, but it's just like like it's like I know like a smart like well put together like guy like is gonna be a better leader than a smart well put together chick. It's just like we both know.
Well, the issue, women are. When we say smarter, like a lot of like women are like doing better in STEM than men like right now. So like it could make sense for like a STEM position that women are going to be better. I think women are able to behave more than men in school. So like
behave? Oh, yeah. like not get in trouble?
Yeah, I think there's evidence of that fact, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. Just based off of personal experience. Well, I don't know. I feel like women probably get away with a lot more, to be honest.
Well, I think there's evidence that women are like doing better in STEM subjects, and I think part of the reason that people think that's the case is that there's got to be a better term, less rowdy. Like generally are more focused than men are in academics at young ages, at least.
Because guys are probably more focused on like being
getting
social.
Bitches, baby, let's go.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? like I mean, I've talked to several other people about this, so I'm assuming you're gonna be the same way. Like, we kind of do everything we do like to get pussy. Like, you could disagree and make me sound stupid right now, but I know like you agree like to this, and you're just gonna like
I don't
like we build our status up and like we get smarter and we make more money just to like in the most basic, like most fundamental level is to like get a better bit. Like, bro, come on, tell me I'm not wrong.
I
Like,
think a lot of men do that. I think I don't. I mean,
oh
I
my
don't put
fuck.
much. Do you think I?
I know you're. I knew you were gonna do this. No, I actually just care about learn. Like, yeah, you could, but like, think about it. Like
Well,
you're building up your status so that you can get like a
my
higher.
status? Are there a lot of women? Adam, find me a woman who's really into someone because they have 1,000 YouTube subscribers. Please find me that woman, okay?
Yeah, Bill. I said building, not like you're. I didn't say you were there. Like maybe if you had 100,000 or 1,000,000, there would be a chick out there that would be like, oh, he has 1,000,000 subscribers. I'm gonna fuck with him.
Maybe.
Not, but 1,000 is better than 10.
That is
You know what
true.
I'm saying? Like maybe the girl would go for someone that if there was two versions of you, one that had 10 followers and then one that had 100,000, who do you think she's gonna go for?
Well, I guess the
Just
100,000 one. I guess that makes
same
sense.
person. Same person. Yeah.
That's true. I guess I am. You know, I was offered a dating show with a there's like a Twitch streamer. You have not heard of him, but a relatively big Twitch streamer. His name is Wick, who wants to do a dating show with me in it. So we'll see how that goes.
Like try and get you a girl.
Yeah. Why are you laughing, bro? What?
Bro, he's gonna be like in like Vietnam or something. Like it's gonna be like a completely different part of the world.
Yeah, I mean, I know who Wick is. I don't know where he's getting these women from.
It's not gonna be anyone you'll ever be able to see in real life. It's gonna be from like
yeah. Oh, well, sure. I mean, it's content. Like, it's primarily. I mean, it's like one. I don't know how much do I want to reveal. Like, I did.
Is it like already set up? Like you're setting up like every time and date to do it?
No, he just offered it, and like I said, yes, we haven't done much else because I was on a panel of him like arguing politics, and I was making fun of this. I was just making fun of a dude because like he was like muting me because he didn't want to listen to my arguments, and I was like, this idiot is like running away from a 19-year-old virgin who's never had a girlfriend because he deserves to be made fun of, and Pentuple will never debate me again because he's a pussy.
Damn.
But. And Wick was like, "You've really never had a girlfriend? Do you want a dating show?" And I was like, "Oh,
what does this guy Wick look like?"
He's the hottest guy you'll ever see. Check this out. Here, I'll send it to you. Do you want it on Instagram or on?
Yeah, I'll take it on Instagram.
Okay. I think he has a wife, I think. I don't remember for sure.
Yeah, Destiny had a wife and that she like left him, right? Or did she just cheat on him straight up?
Um,
Hell no.
The Destiny's wife thing, I'm not fully updated on. I think that the story like Destiny gave or whatever was like
Open.
basically, I mean, yeah, so they weren't like an open relationship, but they had like certain rules where like, you know, if they were being with other people, like they had to tell each other. And I think originally Destiny said like he felt like his wife's rules were like overly strict on him and he didn't have many rules on her. And then I think there were new DMs leaked recently, and also that's when like the sex stuff came out of him like sucking dick and everything. The real story there, by the way, is not that he sucked dick, is that he probably shared those videos unconsensually. But I think there was like reportedly he had an affair with someone else, another like streamer named Laura Southern, and like didn't inform his wife of it, and his wife got mad at that.
No, I thought she fell in love with one of the guys she was hooking up with.
Well, that was afterwards. Yeah, she was hooking up with a different person, and I think that person like convinced her to like leave Destiny. But part of the reason she wanted to leave was because Destiny, I think, had an affair. Yeah, cheated, but cheated as a. I don't know the details because I think I could understand like if he didn't feel like it was cheating because they were in an open relationship and he felt like he was giving too much leniency to her and she wasn't giving enough leniency to him. and he just did it without like informing her. But I mean, if she felt like it was cheating, it's understandable why she would leave. Like, yeah.
Damn. Dude, I'm gonna put you on. Okay. So obviously like Andrew Tate is like stupid and
And a sex trafficker, but yes.
yeah, who else? Like bro, like all of these guys are like retarded, like don't follow them. But I have one that dead ass like he inspires me. Like this he's low-key like my new role model. Like I've been watching his videos and shit.
Yeah.
You know him, David Goggins.
I don't think I've heard of him, no. But
David Goggins?
unless oh no, I've seen this guy. Yeah.
Like, and it's not like he never promotes anything. He's like just dead ass, like always like just his whole thing is that you should be grinding all the time.
Yeah, I haven't seen that much of him, but I've seen like a few like shorts with him in it, and it's
just crazy because it's like I don't know. His whole thing is that like he does everything not for the not for what it gives you. Like he doesn't run for to lose weight. He doesn't study to get well, he does study to get smarter, but he does everything because it hurts. Like he does everything he doesn't want to do, like because he knows. I don't know. It's like he's
okay.
like a
like a masochist. He just does it because he because it hurts.
I don't know.
Him?
He does it because like he does it because he knows he doesn't want to do it.
How do you know he doesn't do it just for a woman?
He has a wife.
Okay, maybe she'll leave it. Maybe he has people on the side, and maybe she'll leave him if he doesn't keep doing it. You don't know. Maybe he's trying to upgrade. He's trying to raise his status enough to divorce her and find a new, better wife.
Yeah. But I'm just telling you what he says, like, on a podcast is, like, he wakes up and it's grinding every day, and he talked about how he like, has, like, really serious problems with, like, learning, but he just sits down and spends, because he's a paramedic, what he does, he's, like, accomplished in many things, like, he ran, like, 120 miles or something, and it was like this crazy like marathon race and got second place. It was like a world like wide that he did that. He has the record for most pull-ups. Like I think it's like 8,000 something. Like most pull-ups in one like consecutive setting, like without letting go of the bar. It's crazy. So that's already two crazy accomplishments. And then he also has written like a lot of books that are like really like obviously really successful because of his social media and everything. But he doesn't even have social media, by the way. He doesn't have it. Like he doesn't have like okay. His own.
Well,
like,
I see him on. How does he? I've seen him on like multiple podcasts though. Like I
don't know. Like I think like he's been posted like on other things, I guess, but he doesn't scroll on anything. Like he doesn't do that. Like. But and then what else? And then he's like a paramedic, and he claims he studies 6 hours a day, every single day, like just like reading the same like books, like because he has like, well, he doesn't claim it's a disability, but it sounds like it. He says he has really bad problems with like he's 49 years old now. And he has bad problems with retaining things, so he just reads over the same. He says like he reads over the same page over and over and over because
sure.
Like,
that's what I have to do.
He says it's a grind, like you know, like other he doesn't get put on medication. Like a lot of people will like go on medication and stuff, and he's like, and he pretty much explains, and it makes sense to me. He explains like you know like people are always trying to take the easy way out of things, but in the long run, it's not gonna be the best thing to do.
Well, yeah.
Do some research on David Goggins. He's pretty. He's just badass. That's
okay.
And if you want to
I'm
watch,
supposed to be on a panel on Thursday about what it means to be a modern man. So
you need to. David Goggins like hates modern man, like that ass, like because he used to be one. Like up to when he was 20 years old, he was over 300 like pounds. Like he was, and then it all changed when he joined the Marines. Like he just hated his life. Like he talks about it. Do you know who Andrew Huberman is?
Nope.
Damn, I'm surprised. He's like a podcaster, but he's a neurobiologist at it's either Stanford or University of Southern California, one of the really good colleges there. And he's like a neurobiologist professor at either one of those colleges, and then he has this podcast, and it's got like 5 million. I think like I don't know, but it's a pretty well known podcast, and he just has a bunch of other professors on, and like they just have really like smart conversations. Like you can learn a lot about your body, your brain, like there's a video about everything. Like, and then he did a video with David Goggins, and I think it's about willpower. And Andrew Huberman, who is the neurobiologist professor, he's like trying to break down David Goggins, like like in a like the you gotta watch it. It's like really, and David Goggins it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Do they tell you to take do you still take those brain pills?
Oh, the Alpha Brain.
Yeah, the Alpha Brain.
Why were you hating, bro? I took him once.
Just funny to me that you took Alpha Brain.
Like who cares? Like I stole them. Like I didn't even pay for them. Like I went to Walmart. Yeah, dude. I went to Walmart. I stole a bunch of shit. I stole like a bunch of pills, like D3, zinc, magnesium.
Why are you stealing pills from Walmart? What the fuck?
I think Harris Teeter. I used to do that a lot. I used to just go like with me and my friends, like when we're gonna spend the night, we would go to like Harris Teeter or something, grab a bunch of
stealing zinc pills. You're gonna get what, high on zinc? Is this am I unaware of what people...
No, we would go to get food. We would steal steaks, get chips, snacks, but then like we were already there, so we would go see what else we want, and I would just see and I know zinc's good for you, D3 is good for you, magnesium helps you with sleep, so, and then I saw the Alpha Brain, bro, it's free. I was just taking shit, like it's not like kind of like I don't know, it was free. I wanted it, so I got it.
Okay, questionable moral thinking there, but all right.
I don't give a damn, boy.
Okay.
What you think this is? Anyways.
Yeah. Adam, what do you think of what do you think of January 6th? Does that date have any importance to you?
Right. When they raided that place?
There are other things that happened, but why were they raiding the place? What did they want? What was going on in the place?
Bro, oh my gosh, they thought that the election was fraud.
Yep.
So Trump convinced his supporters like to go raid it. Well, not really convinced, but he kind of convinced. Like he was edging it on a little bit, and it was enough to get everyone to go crazy and do it.
Well, what did he want, Mike? Do you know who Mike Pence is? American hero,
yeah,
Mike Pence.
He wanted them to hang Mike Pence.
Well, what was Trump asking Mike Pence to do?
He was asking Mike Pence to lie.
Well, not just to lie, right? Do you know what they do on January 6th? What they're doing again today?
Oh shit! It's January 6th. I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean?
Do you not know what they do?
Well, I know what they did. Like I know what they did on that January 6th, but I don't know what they do.
Yeah, they were entering the Capitol because there's a thing that happens every January 6th. You don't know what that is?
No.
So every January 6th, they certify the election. So, each state runs their own election, and they have a bunch of electors, and those electors submit their votes to Congress. And on January 6th, they go over all the electors sent in by every state, and basically they certify them. Congress members are allowed to raise objections. So if they go to Arizona and someone thinks there's been fraud in Arizona or something, they can say, hey, I object to certifying this vote, and then they can all. There's a few different processes for what can happen depending on what exactly the objection is and how many people like vote for the objection. But they do this every year. Trump behind the scenes and publicly as well. If you watch the speech before the people entered the Capitol, and on a few podcasts that some of his supporters were on, they were all urging Mike Pence to not certify the election, which he does not have the authority to do. There were a few different plans for what they wanted Pence to do, but one of them was to just blatantly not certify. Just say, I'm going to reject the electoral votes from these states, from Arizona and Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, all the swing states, Michigan, Pennsylvania. And that way...
Yeah, I know Mike Pence is a good person because he didn't listen to Trump. Like, I learned that like...
Yeah.
Like, what Mike Pence did was noble.
Hell yeah. I mean, it was noble, but also it was in compliance with the law. If he hadn't done it, he would have broken the law. The entire point of the January 6th plan was to pressure Mike Pence into breaking the law, the ECA.
Yeah.
So I guess you don't think, like, do you think that's disqualifying for a president? The fact that he tried to get his vice president to break the law so he could stay in power?
I mean, yeah, but who makes the rules on what disqualifies a president? The people.
Well, there is a rule in the Constitution that says insurrectionists should be barred from office until the Supreme Court kind of rewrote that amendment. But
well, I'll tell you what, man. If I were president, which is, I know this is like, if I were president, I would try and leave things up to the people, and like that would be my thing. Is, you know,
well, Trump explicitly tried not to do that. He said, "Fuck the people. I'm going to try to overturn the election."
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, I don't know. It's the people's country, so if they want him as president, then, you know, they know what he did. You know, they still want him as president.
A lot of them don't. I mean,
I feel like
he never faced justice for it. He never had to go to a courtroom. Like,
it was about January 6th. Like, it's not like an unknown event. Like, that's been scraped under. It gets brought up in every single debate in history. Is January 6th gets brought up.
I feel like most people don't know the full extent of it, and I also think, I mean, Trump was never forced to even see the inside of a courtroom for any of the January 6th cases. He only had to do it for one of the New York cases. Yeah, I don't think most people are. I don't think most people even know much about how the Electoral College works. Yeah,
I don't.
Right. See, exactly. Do you know anything about the fake slates of electors that he had?
Huh?
The fake slate of electors that Trump had?
No. You should talk to my roommate. He supports Kamala and all that, and he's like really smart. He's also an engineering major, but he's like way smarter than me, low key.
Based, okay. But Trump had like, you know, like each state has their own electors.
He brings up all the same things you bring up.
Is he a Destiny viewer too? I just copy everything Destiny says. Apparently, that's what everyone tells me. So,
damn. Would you let him suck your meat?
We've been over this before. I've talked to people about this. If it got enough views, I would. Okay.
What I think the fuck?
I think the number, bro, 1 million. Yeah, 1 million views. I'm doing it. Okay. If I was able to get 1 million views off of it, then yes,
you want a million people to see that?
It's free. It's exposure. Like for me, what do you mean? Like if it was a video on my channel, presumably not of him actually doing that. That's not allowed on YouTube. But just like about it, like it happened, it got leaked, and I made a video about it, and it got 1 million views. Yeah, that's worth it, dude. 1 million views on a video on my channel, that is worth it.
Bro, that's not worth it for 1 million.
I think it is. I got walked all the way down to 400,000. I would do it for 400,000 views.
Oh my god, you would do it for 10K, wouldn't you?
We didn't get down that far. I don't think I would do it for 10K.
All right, 50K, like, and that was the final offer.
I would probably do it for 50,000.
Oh my fucking god, you're weird.
Just letting him suck it? I don't see like why that's not a.
Hell nah.
I just gotta sit back and let it happen, bro. It's gonna take like 3 minutes and it'll be over and we'll chill. I don't see what the big. I don't see what the big deal is.
3 minutes and you're busting on Destiny.
I
Oh my god.
I could make it happen. Okay.
Oh my god, no way.
I just.
Bro, like, you cannot be saying this. Like, this is crazy. You cannot, you cannot ask for someone to listen to your ideas and then say that you're gonna
This is
bust
why people listen to my ideas.
in 3 minutes, you'll bust in his mouth for 50K views, for 50,000 people to see. Bro. That's
It's free
absurd.
views. I don't see what the issue is.
Oh my god.
Bro, 50K views is like half of my like. I think it's actually like 1/4 of the total views I've ever gotten. Okay, so like.
Bro, that's not worth it.
I think that's worth it.
So you live and breathe Twitch then, right? Like this is your goal is to get big on Twitch.
And YouTube. I mean, I stream everywhere. YouTube does better for me, I think.
Bro, get a degree. Nobody's gonna listen.
I am getting it. Do you think I'm not also going to college?
But like at a prestigious college, try and get into like Harvard or something.
I don't know if I'm gonna go to Harvard, but
Try at least, like, because people pay attention to. Oh, someone's knocking on my door.
yeah, bro. Like Steven Crowder, none of the. I think Vosh has a degree.
Great, man. It's pretty good. How's yours? What you got? It's pretty good.
I got a little something from the mom. I was really if you want.
This guy, he's just talking. Vosh has a degree, but he doesn't use his degree. I don't think any of the big streamer people. Does Hassan have a degree?
I like it.
Oh, you're back? Hold on, you're back? Have I ever said the N-word? Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
In words or over text?
In words.
I don't believe I've ever... Not with another person in the room. I don't believe so, no. Or, like, in a VC with anyone else.
How many views would you need to say that, like, out loud?
A lot, because it'd be potentially like I don't know. I don't like it would. I don't think it would matter right now. It'd probably get me banned on Twitch, but like I would need a lot just because it's like potentially like career damaging, right? So like,
well, it would be career making for you, right? Because you're already your career. You don't even have one yet, like, or you do, but it's like it's not like enough to like.
Well,
live
yeah,
off
sure. But I guess like people might not want to like associate with me afterwards. Like it'd have to be enough to get like enough viewers permanently, which is hard to do. Like one viral video is not going to translate into a ton of permanent viewers, but it's going to have to be enough to translate into enough permanent viewers where I can sustain myself without like collaborating with people. At least people who, well, I guess Destiny said the N-word multiple times and people still collaborate with him. But I don't know. It would take quite a bit, just because I'd be worried that like people wouldn't want to do shit with me anymore, and that would be.
I'd just be saying it. I don't even care.
You just be saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Soft A or hard R?
No, I just say it with A.
Have you ever said it with R?
Yeah, if I'm like mad.
If you're mad, who are you saying it at?
I'm in a fraternity, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So just at the house, to anyone who's willing to hear it.
Okay. Valid, based, all right.
So I just say it normally though, because I'm like brown, so I can get away with it.
People will let you get away with it. There's a lot less people who let me get away with it. So
never said anything are literally white bitches. Like, and I just get mad at them every time. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, who are you? Like, you're just mad you can't say it.
Paste. Okay.
Anyways, I got class
Yeah.
at 1:50.
All right.
So I'm gonna,
Well, you have perms to join this whenever if you want to know anything. So,
are you gonna? How long much longer are you gonna be on here?
probably until like 5 p.m. So, another 4
All right.
hours.
All right. I'll see you, man.
See ya. I just be saying it to anyone who will listen. Based. Me for real? Behind the scenes. Also, I've never said it in text either. Don't ask why I specified that. I have never said the N-word in writing ever. If you want to chat with me live, sub here or go to Nonfon420 on Twitch or Kick via the links below. Once again, please like and sub to help with the algorithm, and consider sending a donation through YouTube Super Thanks to directly support me, and I'll make sure to reply to any question you ask. See you guys next time.